everyone, this is a Fritzy back with how to play. Today we're looking at how to play this game, Toil and Troubles, which is one of the more recent games, second most recent from Grappleback's Games. Nice box as always. And it is a game that plays 2 to 6 players, ages 7 to 9, takes about 20 to 30 minutes. And it's printed in Poland by Fabrica Cards. Cool fact. And the inside of the box, you get some nice artwork. It's a little bit of a big box for what it is, which is a single deck of cards. But it's a very good quality deck of cards. Cannot say nothing about how good of a quality Grappleback's games are. Every other company doing card games should take notes and should call Fabrica Cards and say, can you put my game? Because that's what you should do. In this game, you've got a bunch of number cards and special cards. The cards have 3 different suits, depicted right here. Green, which is a star, blue, which is got a moon, and this red is pink, which has a sun. And these symbols are here for colorblind friendliness, which is always cool. And in each suit, you have cards numbered 1 through 5, featuring magical items. The 1s are toads, the 2s are crystals, the 3s are mushrooms, not magic mushrooms. Well, I guess it sort of is since it's a magical themed game. Ravens and flowers. But you also have in this game, speaking of magic, some magicians. This game is a push your luck game with a set collection element. And you get 60 of these cards, which are called talisman cards. And you have 23 of these Master Magician cards. Different cards. These ones come in each of the different suit colors. You have Summon. Summon lets you steal a card from another player's trove. That is what you call the cards that you have in front of you, is a trove. Vanish, which if you collect this card, you name any card, let's say 2, and any other player that has a 2 has at least 1 2 must discard 1 2, or whatever card you specify. And there's Poison. Poison is a card that people tend to avoid, because if you collect Poison, you must lose one of your own cards, so you don't want to do that. Cloak is an interesting one, which will make more sense once I show you how to play it. The Cloak is a card that you can use to cover up one of the existing cards so that you hide the color and the value, so that now I can play this green extra, for example, because if I have this 4 here, I cannot play this free because it is both the same color and it is a lower number. When you're playing cards, they must go in ascending value from left to right, and they must not be the same color or the same number next to them. So in this case, it's the same color. I could not play that free here. However, if I play the Cloak here first, this card is now invisible, you can't see it, and I can't put it free here. It'll make more sense once I show you how to play. I'll shuffle it up. The area in the middle of the table where you're going to be putting the cards is known as the Enchanted Forest. You're going to be playing cards into 3 different rows. The area in front of you where you're going to be collecting cards is called your trove. You're trying to collect sets of 4 of a kind, or a set of cards numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what you're going to be doing is simple. On your turn, you can randomly choose who you want to go first. You will draw a card from the top of the deck. It's a Cloak card, and you'll just put it in one of the 3 rows. Then you continue. I'll put this 3 here, I guess. This 3 cannot go here because it's the same number, but I can put it here. It's 4, I'll put it here. It's 3, I'm going to go here. At any time, you can stop. And when you stop, if you don't bust, you get to take all the cards in 1 row. If you bust, you get to take nothing. So I'm going to push my luck, that's what it's all about. Let's see what I get. It's a 2. Now you might think, oh, I'm going to bust because I've only got 3s and 4s. The cool thing about this game is I can play this on this side, you can always play to the left or the right, as long as you go in numerical order, or in ascending value. It doesn't have to be 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be 2, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 5, or whatever. I'm going to go again, and I get a 4, okay? And I'm cheating. I'm going to stop. So when you stop, if I take this one, I can't put this free anywhere, so I would bust. This would be discarded. My turn would be over. But since I didn't take that one, I'm going to take a row. So I'm going to take these cards. Not this way, not columns, just a row. The cloak will be discarded because it's nothing. And these ones will go into my trove. Now, whether you bust or do not bust, every other opponent will, in player turn order, get to collect one of these cards for the trove. So maybe this guy collects this 3, and this guy says, I'll take this 4. Now the next player is going to go. We're doing a 3-player example, by the way. And they're going to go, they flip over a card, it's a 3. Then they go again, it's a 2. Then they go again, it's a cloak. So they're going to maybe cover this card up. Then they go again, it's another cloak, why not? And then it's a 2. And then it's a poison. Poison, again, I can't put this one here because it's the same color. I could put it here because this color is non-existent, but I'm going to put it here. And a 4. And let's do one more. A Venice. You can put that here. And they busted. So they don't get to collect anything because they cannot play this 2 anywhere. And so this person's going to collect the card, and I will collect the card. This 1. So maybe they collect a 4. Maybe they're going to go for 4 4s. And I will collect. I'm going to collect this one. When you collect the cloaked card, you're not supposed to peek at what's underneath it. I don't have to because I know what it is. Actually, I don't want that one because I don't want a 3. I'll take this one. No, that's a 3 as well. I'm going to take a 2. I'll take this 2. We'll leave it at that. But if you take a card that's cloaked, you just discard the cloaked card. You keep the other one. You're not allowed to peek at what is there. So then it comes back to, well, it's this player's turn. They're going to go. You can play this one here. Now, you cannot play more than one of the same magic card in the same row. So you cannot play this poison here. But you can play it here. You can't play it here. Well, technically, you could play it on this end if you wanted to. So another card, it's a 3. The colors going this way do not matter. It's only in the rows. And he has busted. Now, he should have put this Vanish over here, because then he could have played that and he wouldn't have busted. But he busted. This is discarded. I will collect the card. I was hoping for a 2 or 5. A 1 or 5, sorry. To work on my set, but instead I will take a 3. And this guy will take a card. Maybe he also takes a 3. And now it is my turn. You're going to keep doing this until you go through the entire deck. You get a cloak card. You cannot cloak a magic card. So maybe I cloak this 3. Then it's a 2. Oh, God, I busted immediately. So this guy's going to take that. He's going to take that 3. And this guy is going to go for maybe a 2. And you keep going around and around like this, drawing cards, try not to bust, and drafting cards. Again, if you draft one of these Vanish cards, you get to take another player's card and vanish it. If you collect a poison, you have to get rid of one of your own cards. And if there was a summon out here, which we haven't seen yet, there it is. If there was a summon out here, and you collect a summon card, this would let you steal. Actually, I'll rewind here on the Vanish. If you had to take a summon card, you had to collect this. You would get to steal a card from another place. So maybe I steal this 3 from him. The poison we talked about, you lose one of your cards. The Vanish, if you play the Vanish, you get to name a card. Let's say I name 3, and anyone who has a 3 has to discard it, as I mentioned at the start of the game. You will end the game. The end of the game is dependent on the player count. If you're doing 2 or 3 players, you will play until you've gone through this entire drop pile. If you're doing 4 or 5 players, you'll take the discard, shuffle it up, create a drop pile, and go through it a second time. And with 6 players, you will go through the drop pile 3 times. It's a cool little game, and again, once you collect, as I mentioned, what you do once you collect a set of cards. So, let's say I collect a set of 4 threes. You're trying to collect either 4 of a kind or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, numerically. If you collect a complete set, you can take one card, place it face down next to you, and you discard the rest. This is called your magic mark. And each one of these magic marks is worth 10 points. At the end of the game, whoever has the most magic marks wins the game. If there's a tie, I would have to verify what happens if there's a tie. Actually, they're worth, yeah. If there's a tie, whoever completed the most collections wins, so whoever has the most of these would win. And if there's still a tie, the victory is said. Now, there's one more thing. At the end of the game, any cards you have here in your trove are worth 1 point as well. So if I had this would be 10, 11, 12 points. The other set, of course, that we are trying to make, or can make, is, if I can find the cards, a set of cards numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 4 of a kind or 1 through 5. Those are the sets you're trying to make. When you complete one, you save one of the cards, discard the rest. And again, 10 points each at the end of the game, whenever that happens to be, depending on the player count. And most points wins. And again, you're going to count any points that you have, any cards that you have in front of you as well, as 1 point each. It's a pretty cool game, excellent quality components. I always like when I can fan a deck of cards. And yeah, I like it. So again, comment, like, subscribe, and know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully everything makes sense and I haven't just muddled the whole thing. See ya.